Okay, hello everyone, welcome to the science stuff. Today we're going to be going into the basics of natural selection. So let's get right into it. So, what is natural selection? Natural selection is the process through which populations of living organisms adapt and change. Now, wait, doesn't this sound a lot like evolution? Yes, natural selection is a way that evolution takes place. But it is not the only way. Evolution can occur through natural selection, genetic drift, genetic flow, mutations, or artificially as well. Artificial selection is how we have dogs looking so different. German shepherds were bred by humans for sheep herding and protecting flocks, while terriers were bred for hunting down rats and mice. To get a clearer understanding of natural selection, let's look at a bit of history. You may have heard of Darwin's association with evolution. Charles Darwin observed and documented natural selection and proposed that selection of certain traits occurs naturally as well, as compared to artificially as we previously thought. After studying plants and animals in South America, he proposed that natural selection explained how a wide variety of life forms developed over time from a single common ancestor. These finches explain that very well. Their beaks have adapted to their certain areas based on the seed hardness and size. Before explaining how natural selection exactly works, let's look at another wrong theory known as Lamarck's theory. According to Lamarck, organisms altered their behavior in response to environmental change. He proposed that giraffes had long necks as they ate from taller trees. Now, this is definitely wrong, and we know that because, say, a parent gets rhinoplasty, this doesn't mean that their kids will also have a differently changed nose. So we know that environment doesn't directly affect changes in their body and cause evolution. Hence, Lamarck was wrong. Now, let's look at natural selection, a theory that is actually proven to be true. So, how does this work? Here we can see that the leaves in the trees are placed out of reach of the short giraffe. So, it dies, being less likely to pass the short traits to the future generations, while the tall giraffes pass on their traits. Eventually, the short giraffe trait may be completely eliminated. This is how natural selection works. To understand this better, let's look at an oversimplification of this process. Let the shortness allele be dominant and the shortness allele be recessive. If we cross two heterozygous alleles, these are the predicted progeny of the giraffes. Now out of these, one of them will be short and will predictably die, removing the recessive alleles from the gene pool. Assuming this keeps on happening again and again until very few recessive alleles are left, we can say that natural selection will definitely occur with the giraffes. This natural selection will be against the recessive allele, cause the future generations to be more and more likely to be tall, leading to a natural selection in favor of taller organisms. Now, scientists theorize that with these changes happening from generation to generation, organisms tend to speciate, leading to higher amounts of genetic variation. Here, we can see that the human limb, the dog limb, the bird limb, and the whale limb look quite different, even if they have very similar parts. This is because they serve individual purposes, from swimming to walking to flying. So based on these individual needs, we have evolved as organisms to become different. As a conclusion, let's just simply define natural selection. Natural selection is the differential survival and reproduction of individuals due to differences in phenotype. This basically means that organisms with traits that are better suited to their environment are more likely to survive and reproduce. So they pass those traits on to future generations, eventually leading to more and more genetic variation. This may cause even a new species to form. Here, the finches adapted based on what was available in their new environments, leading to a beak shape that is ideal for their particular environment. From an insect-eating beak to a seed-eating beak, we can see that they are slightly different. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below on any questions or suggestions you might have. And remember, you're watching the science stuff.